To request a quote from MEM, the information that we are going to ask for is basically what's on the Accord 130. That's going to include the name of the business and contact information for them, a description of their operations, including payroll per class code, and then their loss history, including loss runs if they're available. And if they are experience rated through NCCI, we will request that experience modification worksheet. The quickest and most proficient way is to use our portal. The portal is going to ask the same questions that the Accord 130 does. It's going to enter in all of that information and review it. It allows you to attach documents like the loss runs or the EMOD worksheet, and then it's going to review it and determine whether we can provide a quote immediately or if that needs to be sent over to underwriting for review. If you can't access the portal, or if you just have a paper or a typed up Accord 130, that can be emailed into our customer care department for manual entry. It's going to take a little bit longer since it is manual, but the same end result is achieved. It'll be sent to underwriting for review and we'll get you a quote that way. There are many factors that go into how a business's workers' compensation premium is calculated, but we can really break it down into 3 categories. We're going to look at industry-specific data. MEM is a member of NCCI, and NCCI is the nation's largest workers' compensation team of actuaries. So they look at the data, not just current data trends, but they are analyzing that data over multiple years. So we have access to all of that. We also look at MEM-specific data. As industry leaders, we have multiple years of experience of working with businesses to determine what exposures to injury their employees face. And because of our years of experience, there are multiple times where we work with certain businesses that really, they have a large exposure to injury, and we're able to work with them to create a safer work environment for their employees so that the propensity for those losses to their employees, those injuries, decrease, whereas industry standard, it's kind of more difficult. And then last, we look at business-specific data, and this is something we're really focusing on, that each business has very separate characteristics, and there are multiple factors that we look at that are individualistic. For example, a restaurant who has 30 years of experience, they have kept their losses favorable, so they're protecting their employees, they have the proper safety measures in place, claims are controlled. They're going to receive a different type of price than, say, a restaurant that is new in business. At MEM, each agency has an assigned underwriter, and we are there with you from the beginning through the policy terms. So if an agent or a policyholder has questions about how the premium was calculated, we are happy to go through those questions and work with the agency to answer those, and to make sure that we're not missing anything. There isn't any additional information that maybe would result in a pricing revision. We are always happy to take a second look. I'd also like to add that we're there through the end of the policy term too. So once that policy is issued, you have the same underwriter you worked with on that quote. There's not going to be any surprises on the back end. And we are there to make sure that there are any changes or questions that the policyholder or agent has are answered, and to get you in contact with the many other resources that MEM has, whether that be safety and risk services or premium consultation, for example.